Hello my fellow internet gaming nerds, and welcome to another one of my videos. Today I want to discuss pre-order bonuses. So thank you for stopping by, and let's delve into that, shall we? Pre-orders are weird, let's be honest. Developers ask you to pay for and buy something that technically doesn't even exist yet. You only have their word for it, and you also only have their word for it that it's going to be any good. So this is an issue rather unique to gaming. I mean, you can pre-order movies on Amazon Prime, but there's no real benefit to doing it, and the only benefit really to doing it with gaming is that you can get it on the day of release. But let's be honest, games are mass-produced. It's unlikely if you went to a shop that you wouldn't be able to find a copy, and with increased digital sales becoming a thing, stock isn't even an issue anymore. So developers have caught on to this, and to entice you into purchasing their game, they offer you pre-order bonuses. So if you pre-order with them or on Amazon or in a specific shop, you will get a bonus. A nice little thing that encourages you to purchase early. Now, sometimes these are really cool. Sometimes they're a little bit of a cosmetic thing, a special thing for a character, a new skin or something like that. And other times, they're not. Well, let's be honest, that's what we're here for. You've clicked on the thumbnail, you've seen the title of this video, and we're going to take a look at some of the pre-order bonuses today that honestly weren't worth your time, or were frankly insultingly bad. And yeah, these are just some of the worst pre-order bonuses ever. Let's jump straight in, shall we, at number 10. Battleborn. Okay, so this is yet another hero shooter in the same vein as Overwatch or Valorant. The problem is with Battleborn, honestly, was the marketing. It didn't really do anything to try and distinguish itself from the other games, or why you should go for this one and give up playing the games that are already out there. So what it tried to do is get you to come in on a pre-order. And what they offered was a little plastic figurine. I will put some footage of them up on screen now. As you can see, they are terrible. They were cheap, they were made of really awful plastic, and just bad. Is this what you want to treat your early adopters as? This is the level of care you want to treat? I mean, honestly, take a look at them. They look like a 6-year-old has painted the faces on. Like, this is some art class stuff. It's like somebody hasn't even bothered to look at the artwork that they've been issued and has simply, painted on, somebody's badly explained what the character looks like and then they've painted on the face. Yeah, just terrible, and I think that just was yet another issue that Battleborn had. Moving on. Dead Island Riptide. Now, you might be able to tell that my voice has taken on a slightly more serious tone for this one, because what you received if you pre-ordered the limited edition was a dismembered and beheaded female torso. Now, this was near life size. It was incredibly disturbing. It's weirdly sexualized, and honestly just pretty offensive whichever way you look at it. The gaming industry has had a problem with fair gender representation. It has that now. Everything going on with Activision Blizzard at the time, and it also had an issue with this back in 2012 when this game came out. Now, for a woman's perspective on this, rather super disturbing mantelpiece ornament, I went and asked my wife what she thought, and she said it is yet another unrealistic beauty standard for women. But yeah, my wife's pretty funny. But she dropped the joke and said that with the backdrop of a pandemic of violence against women and young girls, this is part of the problem, and that is especially true within the gaming community. This is my 2 cents now rather than hers. Within the gaming community, it is awful. I mean, we've all seen the Activision Blizzard stuff that's come out recently. That's happened with a number of different other companies. And even, we all know, as soon as a quote-unquote girl gamer, or gamer girl, announces herself in a Call of Duty lobby, that's it. She is immediately sexually harassed by the young lads sitting there. And it's just completely unacceptable. This is, frankly, disgusting. And it is sexist and misogynistic to a weird extreme. And side note, who would even want this? Like, it is disgusting. Who would even want to purchase this? It's weird, man. Right, let's have some more happy thoughts here, shall we? Okay, Infamous Second Son. Now, this was a good game, but weirdly, in Italy, you could pre-order it with, get this, glow-in-the-dark condoms. Yeah, You heard me right. I mean, what the hell? Who in their right mind thought that this was a good idea? Now, come on, I said we'd move on to something a little bit more lighthearted after the last one, but seriously? This was unique in it to Italy, and weirdly also came with 2 cans of Red Bull, because, you know, they're difficult to get hold of. Wait, what was the point? To stop you from creating your own second son? I don't understand. There's no link between this and the game. The game is not about sex, it's not about children or anything like that. Yeah, I think we're just going to mark this one down as weird and carry on from there. But incidentally, this was actually the first game I ever had for my PS4. And it's a solid game, good game, solid 6 out of 8. Resident Evil 5, and with this one you got a snow globe. Well, technically a sand globe. Mainly I'm guessing because the game is set in Africa, so sand. Isn't that so clever? Yeah, that's what you got. I mean, when I say to you, Resident Evil, what's the first thing you think of? Is it snow globes? Yeah, I didn't think so. I'm not sure why they did this. It's weird. And also because it's sand in there and not snow, or like the fake snow they actually use, it just kind of sloshes around. It doesn't even work or function as a snow globe, which is the worst bit about it. I mean, I suppose it's a cute little ornament, I guess, but it just feels pointless. It feels completely unrelated to the product itself. So I suppose, in a way, not necessarily bad, but certainly, honestly, a little bit stupid. That's my thoughts there. Let's move on. Sonic Lost World. Now, this is a bit of a questionable bonus here. A bit questionable. 25 extra lives. Now, okay, I suppose that's not bad. It sort of implies that the game is going to be really tough, which is rare for Sonic games, so that's kind of cool, but as it turned out, actually, no, it wasn't. The game was actually criticised. Primarily, one of the big criticisms was that it was too easy. So, what was the point? I mean, notoriously, this became a bit of a joke within the gaming community when it came out back in 2013, but it just feels like they couldn't even be bothered looking around the office to go, hey, here's some Sonic-themed pens. It just seems super lazy to me, and this is how you treat your most hardcore fans for a franchise that has been struggling for many, many years since the move to 3D, and the people who actually bother and want to pre-order this game, and you reward them with effectively nothing, the digital equivalent of nothing. Now, whilst this isn't outright offensive, like, say, Dead Island, I just feel this one's lazy, and I just feel that's not the correct way to treat your most hardcore customers, if I'm being honest. So yeah, I'm going to stick this one here. There's what more can I say? It's 25 extra lives. Let's move on. Assassin's Creed Black Flag. Now, picture this. When I say Assassin's Creed, what do you think? I guarantee you it wasn't American football, was it? Or, as we call it over here, hand egg. Now, that's what's so weird about this, because apparently Ubisoft thought that adding a black American hand egg to the game would be a great pre-order bonus. You know, a game about colonial-era pirates and their assassinations. Yeah, there is no link. There is utterly no link. I do not understand it for the life of me. The weirdest thing about this as well is that this was a European-specific bonus, particularly here in Old Blighty. Because, you know, American hand egg is just so popular over here. I'm genuinely baffled by this one. Some silver lining, I suppose, is at least it looks kind of cool in black, I guess. I mean, if you want one for your own, you can get it on eBay now for about 20 quid. Yeah, knock yourself out. It's actually not even a full-size hand egg either. It's a little bit smaller than the regulation one should be. So, I'm baffled. Yeah, it's kind of a fun one, but let's go on, shall we? Super Mario Galaxy. Now, I mean, hype was through the roof for this game at the time, and what you got was a commemorative coin, a physical coin. Now, that's kind of cool, or it could be kind of cool. Unfortunately, it was a little underwhelming, which is, you know, really unfortunate because people generally don't like to be underwhelmed. They like to be whelmed. And yeah, for such a historic game, it didn't even look like the coins in Super Mario that you can collect, which is kind of a letdown, to be honest. But it was nice at least that you got a special bonus, no sort of extra microtransactions. This was just for people who pre-ordered. And I suppose actually it wasn't bad for some die-hard Mario fans or collectors. Actually, I've talked myself into it. I want one. I've talked myself the way out of this. I haven't got this written down in my script, but yeah, you know what? I'm looking at it. I kind of want one actually. So yeah, I guess it wasn't that bad. I am suitably whelmed. See you later. I'm off to eBay. Batman Arkham City. Right, this one was retailer exclusive pre-orders. Now this is kind of more of a thing these days, but back then wasn't when this game came out in 2014. So Warner Brothers are actually known for this sort of behaviour and honestly abusing people's trust with the pre-order system and just giving out shoddy pre-orders that really have had no thought put into them. But this is arguably the worst. So depending where you got the game from, you got a different bonus. For example, from Best Buy, you got some DLC that allowed you to play as Robin. From GameStop, you got a DLC map. And any other retailer, you got one of 5 different skins for Batman, although it was unclear what retailer gave what skin. EA did something similar to this with Mass Effect 3, keeping certain weapons behind retailers. And whilst Warner Brothers did actually tone this down in all future Arkham games, all of them had content locked to retailer-specific codes. And I'm just going to come out and say, I don't like that. So another weird one here with Call of Duty Advanced Warfare with what they called their Day Zero promotion. Now, we all know that COD is king when it comes to multiplayer, and they are regularly the best-selling game of the year. In fact, I did a video of this, the best-selling games of the last 10 years, up in the left-hand corner now. COD won most of them, so I ignored it. So if you like COD, don't bother with that video. But what this Day Zero promotion was you got access on Day Zero, an extra 24 hours to play the game early, which sounds great if you're a die-hard COD fan, but this is like the extra lives thing. This is the digital equivalent of nothing. They haven't given you anything. This isn't like, at least you got a special coin with Mario. There was some production value in there. Somebody had to design it and make it. This just feels cheap. And if that wasn't bad enough, on the PS4 and the Xbox One, it didn't even work properly. On release day, people had to re-download the entire 80GB game again. There you go. It's the digital equivalent of nothing. I feel there's just wasn't really much thought put into this one. So, and the fact that it didn't work, that's why it's so high up on this list. Watch Dogs, and the main issue here was too many different pre-order packages. So, I mean, this game was kind of disappointing to a lot of people. There was a lot of hype surrounding it. There was issues. But honestly, that doesn't even compare to the mess that was the pre-orders. 5 different retailers had exclusive content. GameStop, Amazon, Walmart, Best Buy, and Target. Most of this is just awful bonuses as well, like different skins or guns, although one did have an entire extra mission. So there was proper content locked behind these pre-order codes. And the worst thing was, no one really knew who sold what. You needed an entire spreadsheet to keep track of what you got and from who. And when it's this complicated, come on, you know someone done goofed somewhere. I mean, this is legitimately one of the worst pre-order packages, like, just mess that I've ever seen. And more so, just frankly plain confusing for why Ubisoft thought that this was a good idea or why anyone would be into this. And because of that, I put Watch Dogs right at the top at number 1, the worst pre-order bonus of all time, for frankly not even really knowing what you were gonna get. It was like a Kinder Surprise. In conclusion then, what have we learnt here today? Well, why do companies try and get you to pre-order? I mean, obviously the first thing would be money. It's a guaranteed locked-in sale at full price, rather than you waiting until a sale at later time for a price drop. In fairness, it also gives them a good idea and inclination as to how much hype there is surrounding the game, how many people are actually interested, whether they need to apply their marketing to a different area. Are they getting a lot of pre-orders from Europe, but not many from the States? Do they need to change their advertising campaign and attack angle? So it gives them interesting data. But primarily, it's a sale. And because they know you can just go into any shop or wait until the sale comes along later on Steam or something, they give you these pre-order bonuses, and some can be good. And maybe one day I'll make a video about the good ones, and about the best collectible editions. Like that silly £1 million Saints Row one that came out a couple of years back. Maybe I will. But for now, these are some of the worst ones. These are the ones where the companies haven't put any effort in to... As I said, the people are buying these, the people who want to pre-order are your most loyal customers, your early adopters. And this is how they're being treated. I don't think it's cool. And yeah, these are just some of the worst ones. I'll leave you with that though. And we'll end the video there today. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. I hope you've enjoyed the video. I hope you found some fun here. I really do appreciate it. If you really enjoyed the video, give it a like. If you really hated the video, give it a dislike. You know where that button is. And if you want to see more of my stuff, please subscribe. I make weekly videos, and if you really want to see more of my stuff, there'll be 2 videos on screen now. The one on the left is a video suggestion from YouTube, and the one on the right is the last video I made. Hit the center for that subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you all later. Stay safe.